Thanks for allowing me to participate in today's Women in Science program. I want to tell you that this place means a lot to me for a couple reasons. In that when I was first running for office, someone said you ought to go visit the Salk and talk about science funding. And I remember very distinctly, it's hard to get meetings when you're just a candidate, you're running against an incumbent, no one thinks you're going to win. But I came here and they jam-packed a conference room full of these researchers, top researchers. And they told me the story of science funding. It was in a very profound way. It basically goes like this. It takes until you're late 30s or 40 years old to get the lab that you need to compete for funding. And in the good times, they used to fund 25%. Now we're funding 7%. And we face a risk that our young people won't go into science. They'll either, in the United States, they'll go to investment banking or they'll go to science in China. And we have to turn that around. So this has been the place where I learned that lesson. Obviously, it was more complicated than that, but I only have 2 hours up here. So, but I just want to say it's important. Also, I come today thinking about cancer that affects us all. Today, I lost one of my colleagues in Congress, Mark Takai from Hawaii, who was diagnosed last year with pancreatic cancer. We heard of his death today. We'll miss him. Also, I saw Bianca here. Bianca here was at a press conference. I don't remember, you're out there someplace. There she is. She was at a press conference talking about the impact of science research on our economy here. She had no hair, and she was going through her treatments. Now she's doing great, 3 years cancer-free. So we want to thank you for all the work you've done. Thank you for being here. As a result of what I learned at Salk and other places around the district, I have supported increases in NIH funding. Investing in research is one of the best ways we can drive American competitiveness and job creation, while also improving San Diego's international profile as an innovation hub. We know that this sector, the innovation sector and our life sciences sector, is one of the 3 parts of San Diego's economy that drives it, along with tourism and the military. But we also know that these are where the real opportunities are for competing worldwide. I've supported, in December we voted for a $2 billion increase in the omnibus spending bill for NIH funding from about a little over 29 to almost 32. It should be about 40. But we've also supported NIH additional $8 billion to the 21st Century Cures Act, which has passed the House and we hope will pass the Senate. They're small steps, but they're important steps in ensuring the United States remains a leader in medical research and innovation. We know the jobs that come out of science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, are the jobs of tomorrow. And today, only 24% of those jobs, those STEM workers, are women in the United States. And that means that a significant number of women who are receiving doctorates in the sciences are not pursuing careers in the sciences. The loss to biomedical science and STEM fields is profound when we know that highly trained women who could be making contributions don't enter these careers. We need women in science. Without appropriate female representation, we're missing half of the world's scientific talent and losing STEM innovations of tomorrow. So in Congress, one of my priorities has been to increase the number of women and minorities in STEM fields. I've co-sponsored the Girls STEM Act, which establishes grants for schools to encourage girls' interest in science and math, and the STEM Opportunities Act to help federal science agencies and universities overcome barriers that can hurt the inclusion of women in STEM, and to provide competitive grants to universities and nonprofits for mentoring women in STEM fields. We need to encourage our young scientists to pursue careers in science, and to reassure them that the United States is committed to leading the world in biomedical research, as we have done. The success of the Salk Women in Science program and the generosity of their donors, many of you here, thank you very much, shows that supporting young female scientists is a worthy investment.